Wait, that's not what you want, is it? You want that. Okay, there you are. Hello, YouTube. It's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and today is time for another egg cutting. What we have today, well, I should probably give a few minutes for people to show up. Is anybody showing up?
Yep.
All right. How many people show up?
21. Hey, everybody.
Let me know when we hit 50 and we'll start cutting then.
53, let's go.
Man, that was quick. All right. Let me know when we hit 1,000. No, I'm kidding. We'll never hit 1,000 live.
Yeah, we're at 80, though.
We're going to cut clutch number 3. Now, this is a zebra bee to a pastel. So we're hoping for killer bees. We're hoping for bumblebees, all that good stuff. Super pastels. Everything should be 100% het exanthic. Now, one thing is if it's retained sperm clutch, last year was a bumblebee to the pastel. So there is always a chance it is a retained sperm clutch. But if the dad is who we think it is and we've bred this year, we should have 100% het for SK exanthic. So, so far, we're reviewing clutches 1 and 2. We had 100% hatch rate. And I don't know, something tells me I just don't feel as confident in this clutch to do 100%. But we're just going to find out. Here's the thing, nothing's pipped yet. Because we are getting ready to leave and these are due, I do not want to leave these undone. And I already have to deal with another clutch, so I want to go ahead and take care of this myself. And we are at like day, I don't remember, it's like day 57. So,
thank you, David.
Here goes nothing else. So everybody, fingers crossed. The main thing we're hoping for today is live babies, right? Live babies. And if you're seeing a little bit of blood, not because we nicked the baby. Probably just a vein in the egg.
Thank you for all the good luck.
Okay, there's baby number 1. And it is definitely a normal. Ooh, good to see that. Okay. Something's having me nervous on this clutch. I don't know what it is.
Mike, you got to be on Patreon if you want to get one of the bald pythons.
Typically, yes. I mean, we will sell them off Patreon if they have clear Patreon, but Patreon always gets first chance.
Yep. Otherwise, you can catch us at a show if we have anything left.
Yeah. Shows get second chance. Okay, that's really nice. I can see that that's moving already. Boop, boop. So that looks to be probably a pastel. When it comes out, we'll know more. Could possibly be super, but I would expect more blushing. I think it just needs to color up a little bit. It'll be just pastel.
Congratulations, Rick. That's a big deal. Bill, currently we're not shipping overseas at the moment, but that doesn't mean it won't happen at some point in time. Caleb, that's very sweet of you to say. I'm pretty prideful of Matt's work. I agree. He's the best of the best. What do you look for when you cut an egg, honey?
I guess you have to kind of talk about what we're asking there. I mean, typically I like something to have pipped. Nothing had pipped in this clutch. And then I'm just doing this, 1, because I'm curious, and 2, if there's an undeveloped egg tooth or a problem that I can see, I can fix it. Some will tell you you're likely to lose more babies with. Some will tell you you're likely to save some. I think to really find that answer out, the research would have to be done, doing the same incubation, the same person cutting and not cutting over the course of years. So I don't think anybody truly has that answer, though some will probably say they do. I can tell you from my personal experience, I don't believe, again, I'm not saying absolutes here, that cutting has any ill effects if done properly. Ooh, it's killer.
Emily, that is a really big deal. Congratulations. And to your special someone who's watching live with you, way to go. I was apprehensive at first, and now look at me. I'm camera/question girl.
That appears to be a killer bee. So that should be a killer bee, 100% het exanthic. Woohoo! So far we got a normal. It looks like at least pastel in both of those. One of them possibly a super. This looks really clean, so we'll see. And then one killer bee. So far so good. This is the egg I'm the most worried about right here. I don't know, it feels a little bit...
Pride of Texas has a question. They want to know, since it's their first clutch of the year, when should they expect their eggs to dimple?
It depends on the human. Sometimes they don't dimple, but a lot of times they do. And if they're going to dimple, it's usually, I'd say, about 10 to 15 days out from hatching. Okay, so far this has been the year of the normal ball pythons. That is 4, 5, 6 normals and 3 clutches. but that's okay because they're all alive. All right, the one that makes me nervous. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Emily, that would be me and Matt's relationship in reverse.
Was she the one into snakes?
She's the one into snakes. He's not, but don't worry, Emily, if he's anything like me, spending time with you is much more important.
See that blushing? That's another killer bee. And look at that. The one I was nervous about is alive and doing well. I just felt, basically I touched the, and here's why I was, so when I checked the clutch, I was moving some things and just checking around, make sure there weren't any pips. And that egg just felt a little stiff on both ends. But what was going on is the way the baby's laying. It's a very large baby for a small egg. You can see how much room that's filling up. So everything's good. I'm feeling more confident now. So that's great. I hate losing babies. I hate it. It's something you're going to have happen. There's just no way around it.
See, I'm surprised that this is the clutch that's making you nervous. I would think clutch number, I believe 5, which is the one that I pulled while you were out of town, would be the one that you would be nervous about.
Oh, I got nerves about that one too. But we'll just see. This is because of the way a certain egg felt in this one, but it worked out good.
And for those of you who are tuning in case you're wondering, how does Question Girl pull a snake off of a clutch when Matt's out of town? The answer is you toss a towel over the snake and hope for the best.
But here's the thing. So she had to do that because I was on a trip. And I did have somebody that could come and help her, but it would have taken several hours, you know. I had it all arranged. And she elected just to do it on her own. And while she didn't go covering the head by hand or anything, you know, she applied knowledge she'd learned from being here and being around it to pull her first set of eggs.
Oh no, Jack, stop.
And it worked out just fine. Looks like a spider, maybe a bumblebee. I think that's probably where I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's going to be just a spider. We're actually kind of seeing the bottom of it there, I think. I don't know what I'm really looking at. Maybe the top of the back, and that's the sides. But see how dark that is there? That tells me it's just a spider, not a bumblebee.
Congratulations, Bill. That's a big deal.
2 more eggs to go.
Dose.
Let's go out on a high note. Come on, no normals. Show me some more killer bees. Show me some more killers.
Dos huevos.
Well, it's not a normal. That appears to be another spider. Look at that really cool spider head right there in the egg. Get a little touch. Boop, good. All right, last egg. If we have this one still alive, then we'll have done 3 clutches, 100% live hatch rate. Well, they're not allowed the egg yet, so I guess I can't truly say that. If you look here, there's some scratching going on that egg, so...
Anna, we are in a tornado watch at the moment.
We live in Kansas. We're always in a tornado watch.
Yep. So we are set to get some major storm systems tonight.
And that one looks to be Pastel. Did I see anything on there? Oh, yeah, there's movement. You can see that. So, let's review really quick, and then we'll hop off here and go to Patreon. We'll just start from here. Everything's alive and doing good, so my nerves were just me being nervous. So we got either a Pastel or Super Pastel here. Boop, 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 boop. Still doing good. And we got another Pastel there, likely, and a normal. So 2 Pastels and a normal. And then another Pastel, I think. Yeah, so 3 Pastels. Or if you're going to go with a big shout out to Balls, too. I love watching that guy. His voice is like pretty cool. Be a Pastel, I think is how he says it.
What's a pastel?
It's a pastel. It's a pastel, but it's when you know, because he's over across the pond. Then we have a spider there. And then we already checked that one. Then this one here appears to likely be a killer bee. And the reason we're saying it's likely killers, again, we gotta wait till they come out in the shed and we really get a chance to see them fully. How blushed out those lines are is pretty typical of the killer bee. Then we have another normal, and then another one that appears to be a killer bee. And you can really see that blushing right there. Definitely looking like to be a killer. Another normal, and then a spider. So it looks like we got 2 spiders, I believe 3 pastels, 2 killer bees, and then 1 normal, 2 normals, and was it 3 normals or just 2 normals? Maybe just 3 normals. So, all in all, a little more normal than I would like to see. No bumblebees, which is really weird, and then 2 solid killer bees, so I'll definitely take that. Now, when I say normal, remember everything in here should be 100% het SK Xanthic. Typically, we would guarantee our hets 100%. In this instance, I can't do that, and I will show you why. Because Dad last year was not that guy. Dad last year's at the other house, but Dad last year was a straight bumblebee, and that's been Dad the last several years. Now this year to her, I did put in Zeus, and I only put in Zeus. So, which Zeus is probably hiding in here. Yes, so I can show you Dad. This was Dad this year, but there's always a chance to retain sperm, and I cannot look at the babies and say for sure that didn't happen. So it's like 99.9% chance, or probably more like 95% chance, for being totally honest. Everything's 100% het Xanthic, but there is always that outside chance. So what does that mean? Well, that means I can't do the normal guarantee that I would do, but it also means that if we do sell these, we'll probably be a little bit under the normal price, just simply because of disclosing that and the slight chance that it could be retained sperm. I wouldn't know it. Now, that brings up something else I do want to discuss really quick before I put these back in the cooker. And that is, if you're going to breed and you're going to produce things and you're going to do sometimes your pairings like this, I knew going in when I put that pairing together that it was going to be very similar to the past year's pairings, and I wouldn't be able to tell that. So that was always in my plan. It was always in my plan to disclose, like I'm doing now, and I would do to anybody buying one of these, that, hey, yeah, every time I tell you it's this, and it should be 100% het SK Xanthic, here's the daddies, but just so you know, there is an outside chance because of this pairing it could be retained sperm. And I think it is very, very, very important to be upfront with your customers that way. Now, is that maybe going to scare a customer or two off? Yeah. It might. I'd have an easier time selling those babies if I didn't mention it. If I just put that in the back burner, I didn't mention it, but then that could come back to bite me a few years down the road. I really don't want that to happen. So we're going to be very upfront about how we do things, and we're very upfront about how we track things, so we can always provide that information to any customer down the road and be able to show that. And I do think that is important. And that's one of the things that if you're getting into breeding, that I feel will set you apart from a lot of other people, is how well you track things, and how well, when you tell somebody something, you can back up what you say. And whether that's backing up, if you're claiming it to be 100% het and it doesn't prove out, as to even showing that why it didn't and why you were wrong and how that mistake was made. I think that goes a long way. Not saying, well, I didn't do this, I'm going to disclose how it can happen, and if something does go wrong, like the sex will look up like, oh yeah, that baby is this, and I did check it, and I must have just got that wrong, and I'm really sorry to be able to provide that information. If you don't do that, and you don't track, and you don't have that, in the back of somebody's mind, they're going to be thinking, well, did he really know? Or is this truly something that just was accidental, or that, or did he really just try to rip me off? Or I think if you're able to back up what you're doing, back up what you're saying, and explain why things are the way they are, everything is much more out in the open. It's much more transparent, and it gives you a little bit more to stand on and be perceived as honest, which hopefully everybody's being in this industry. And then if something does happen, you're going to be able to show how it happened and why. You should still make it right with any customer if anything ever happens like that. We recently had an issue with something we bought, completely accidental, and the person we bought it from was jumping up and down to make it right. And that's the way that should go. And of course, we want to do the same for anybody. I guess the point I'm trying to make is track your information and disclose what you're doing and how it's done. That way, if anything ever comes up, you don't look shady. That would be my biggest thing. Question or anything you want to add?
No.
Anything that came in that we need to address before sliding over to Patreon?
Yes. How many moderators was the question? The answer to that is, hey, I'm your moderator.
No,
and if you upset me tonight, yeah, I'm kicking you off. So
there are moderators. I don't know who all's on, and I need to probably make some more, but we do have a few moderators, which is kind of cool and kind of scary at the same time, because that means that there's enough crap on here. When I say crap, I just mean people in comments. I'm not really saying it's crap, it's good. That we can't keep up with it. Where can we monitor all of it? Now we had to have help doing that just blows my mind. I never really expected that. Just like today, I stopped in my reptile shop and was doing some work, getting prepared for Question Girl to be gone for a while. people came in and they'd like, oh, hey, I watch you. And that just always blows my mind too when I'm at home. So it then happened at McDonald's once and that blew my mind. So it's still kind of strange for us to have that happen and strange for me to think that so many people follow. We have to have moderators. I still can't quite wrap my head around that. Anything else, dear? Put the lid back on these flasks.
I don't think so.
Good.
So we will see everybody over on Patreon.
Yep, I'm going to slide over there right